everybody. Welcome back to our podcast episode. It is episode 81, and it is your host, Stefie.
And Julia.
And together we're Derps and Burps. Welcome back to episode 81, and today, as you might have already read in our title, we're talking about aliens. They're fucking real. We learned this week, and if you haven't, or last week, sorry, we're always a week delayed, or 2 weeks technically, right? When we're recording this, it was the week before, and then... Anyway, you get the point. We're talking about aliens today. They're real. We're going to talk about the whole Congress, US stuff, the guy from the Pentagon. We're going to talk about our experience if we believe in aliens. I mean, now we kind of have to believe in them because it's kind of official that they exist. Kind of. If we had any contact, in what kind of way we imagine them, what our theories are, and so on and so on. But before we get into the topic, we're going to keep you, first of all, updated about what's new in our life. We're going to give you all the news and the tea. Steffi's giggling already. I have no idea why.
I have all the conspiracy theories in my head because I'm still convinced that Zuckerberg is a reptiloid. And I can't get this image off me because this guy has no soul. Okay, go on. Yeah, we're doing the news.
Okay, we're going to do the news first, and then we got a little change. So first of all, guys, I just want to thank, in the beginning of this episode, to our lovely Nita. Nita Skywalker Annie, if you know her from our community.
Big love.
Thank you so much, Nita. Nita helped us out. She gave us, or she gave me, a list of things that she would... she gave us some advice on some things that we could apply onto our podcast, maybe change a few things. You know, as you know, like some weeks ago we got the input from Laura that we should put chapters in our YouTube video, which we did, which we already saw that you guys use a lot, so I'm happy that you guys like it. Okay, Steffi, why are you honking?
I want you to point that big red truck right in Slim Garage.
So thank you, Laura, for that. And if you guys enjoy that new feature, please let us know in the comments as well. Then we're gonna change a little thing. Actually, it was thought in a different way, but Steffi understood it different, and so we gave it a little twist. So basically, from now on,
5'head, guys.
Exactly, Steffi's forehead is actually bigger than mine, even if it doesn't look like it. But instead of listener of the week, guys, the listener of the week from this week on will be the derp of the week. Okay.
Oh my god, the changes! It's mind-blowing,
insane,
groundbreaking. We love it.
Insane changes. Also, we're gonna try to implement something like, what was it that we learned this week, or what was a revelation or something that changed our thinking, if there was something. And we put in a little bit more facts into the topics that we talk about. So before every episode, when we have our topic, we do a little bit of research and then sprinkle in some facts for you. So thank you so much, Nita, for giving us this constructive feedback. Again, if anybody of you is listening to the podcast and you're like, oh my god, this podcast would be even better, because we know it's already amazing, right?
Very good.
Right. So if you have any ideas, any constructive feedback, feel free, or if you just want to flame us or just want to compliment us how good we do already, feel free to leave a comment under the podcast, and we will try if we agree with what you're saying.
Otherwise, we cancel you.
Exactly. Otherwise, we're just going to
how it works nowadays.
We will implement that in our podcast. So let's get into the news. Steffi, what is new? What is going on?
What happened last week? It was pretty eventful. We helped on Monday. Max and I helped his grandma to sort out the house, because it's been a while since Max's granddad died, right?
Oh yeah.
And they're in they don't have home care. She is in a, what's it called?
Like a elderly home?
Yeah, in an elderly home, and she obviously still has the house, right? And Max's dad and Max's aunt started to like sort out stuff, old stuff, just reorganize the whole house basically, because most of the things nobody needs anymore. And it's very old things, and old people tend to like keep everything. Like, for example, when we were sorting out, there was a bag, the wine bags you can buy in stores, right? The long ones. And she was like, we don't throw that away, we paid for it. And things like that, you know. It
Okay,
has
okay.
everything has a very high value because they spent money on that. And that made me realize as well when we were sorting out, both is like our mentality with throwing everything away and their mentality with keeping everything they paid for, both is like a bit too much, but if you stay in the middle, it's actually perfect. So she's just, they're hoarding in the sense of just keeping a lot of like all the old glasses of the marmalades and stuff like that because they can
I
put
do
things
that.
in again. Yeah,
do
but she
that.
has like tons of that.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we have them as well. Like
Only the
you
good
keep a
ones.
few,
I'm only keeping the
only the
good
good
ones.
ones.
Only the ones with the
Yeah,
nice shapes and, you know.
exactly, exactly.
Mm.
But they just keep everything they paid for because they come from a time where it wasn't uh, usual, or it wasn't was das selbstverständlich noch schnell?
It wasn't normal. It wasn't the standard. It wasn't standard
Yeah,
to have money all the time or have.
exactly, exactly. So they just keep everything they paid for. It wasn't, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it makes sense. Like on
Obviously,
paper, it's like I paid for it, so it's mine. So why would I throw it away if I spend? They have a point, right? Of course. And
exactly. But you don't need to keep everything, right? Because that's only just like you
clutter.
keep hoarding stuff.
See,
Exactly.
it's actually weird
So
because I'm in this phase as well. Like I have like almost every week like one of those days where I just want to like go to a closet and just sort
sort out.
stuff out that I don't
Yeah,
like. I'm happier the less things I have, the happier I feel for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah. Because it sounds dumb, but some things still carry a burden in the sense of either you don't need it anymore, you just keep it for whatever reason, emotional or memories, whatever it is, but you know you will never touch that again anyways. So you just hoard it, you just keep it there, and you keep the feelings there as well. So
Yeah.
it felt very good when I sorted out my pantry as well. And then on top of that, the other day, having to see like to sort out a whole house where people lived in for 40 years
Hmm.
was just like a nice way to
Did you
see
finish the whole house?
how
Sorry.
almost, yeah, because they've almost finished everything on top. We did the garden area. They have their own garden room where they store stuff as well, and the garage on the side, like right next to it. And we did that because almost like the house is basically almost done. They did that, like they started months ago already.
Hmm.
So, and it was a very big help. They were very grateful because we had to like drive to the what's it called, to the place where you throw old things and metal and all the
Oh,
stuff,
like
like where you
the
just
trash place,
recycle
the
everything.
recycle place, the
Yeah,
waste.
the big recycle place where
Mm.
you go if you have stuff that
What
isn't
is
allowed to
somebody
be in
of
the
them
normal
gonna
trash.
take the house? Sorry.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no clue how or what they do with it.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, just
It was a
randomly
nice,
bringing.
oh good, oh good, oh good. It was a nice wake up thing, or a nice reminder that you shouldn't throw everything away so easily, but also shouldn't keep everything because of it had a value to you at some point in your life.
Hmm.
Was very nice. So I would say that's basically what I learned last week. Beside that, I was watching Oppenheimer,
Mm-hmm. Oh, how is
and
it? Have you been to
it's very
cinemas
good.
or
We went to the cinema
was it like
on
3
Wednesday.
hours? Is it a 3 hours movie?
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
watched it
it's
yet.
3 hours. Very good, very interesting. Christopher Nolan, some people, it's like a 50-50 what I've heard. Some people don't like the way how it is portrayed, and all the whole artistic part of everything is so incredibly good, and I like that because what the movie does is portraying and visualizing emotions and anxiety and the PTSD so in such a well way.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, I was like, okay, if that's the pace of the movie, I'm gonna be super stressed out because it was very heavy in the beginning and very fast pace. And then it slowed down, and you just got every now and then like they sprinkled that in the visual way of like showing you how intense all of that is and how tense the situation is. So it was I really liked it. It was very good. It could have been a bit shorter because a few things were, in my opinion, a bit too long. But beside that, very good movie. I am happy that I watched that in the cinema. And beside that, did my walkies, streamed a bit of Final Fantasy and League. I'm currently just playing raid games, which I'm not really happy about, but I'm also not enjoying any FPS game right now. So I'm like, pick your poison, right?
Hmm.
Who do you want to? It's raid games. It's a hate love relationship, and I think everyone who plays League and all the games knows that.
Yep.
You're basically a masochist, so you just keep enjoying giving yourself this mental pain. But I do enjoy arenas a lot. It's fun. And we talked about that last week,
The
right?
2 and 2 and 2. Which rank do you
Mhm,
have already?
mhm. And bronze, I
Do
think.
you play with somebody together? Or just
I have
alone?
played with Mux a few things, but you only get 120 points. And then yesterday, like when you win, you only get 120. And then I played
Depending
with
how high you win. Like I play with Martin,
yeah.
we got super fast to silver already.
What really?
Yeah. We played like 2 days and we were silver.
And you need to like the stats count as well. Not only that you win.
It's depending how much HP because it's like in TFT, right? Like you have like the HP bar, like how much
Yeah,
HP,
yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I think that counts in like which rank the other people have in the group, what the rank of your duo partner is, with how much HP you win and stuff. Like we
Okay.
played 2 times. I think once it was 3 hours, the second time it was 2 hours, and we made it like to silver straight.
Okay. Now I haven't played that much either yet. Like I have
Okay.
played, I would say, I don't know, 10 games, 15 games
Okay.
in total so far. But I really enjoy it. And yesterday I played with Sandro, and Sandro is like a no-lifer. He just grinded. He's diamond, I think, in arena. So we were like, you can play together no matter which rank, right?
Okay.
And I was just playing with him. And I got for a win. I in bronze got 54 points. And he got the same, which is so weird because I understand they want to
Savage.
prevent boosting, right? But it should be if there's higher rank people I play against, I should gain more and he should gain less because he's teaming up with a lower rank. You know what I mean? That would make more sense.
But that means
It's
still that you would get boosted pretty quick. That's why
yeah,
they
and
do
that's the
it.
thing.
But that's
So
what they do.
probably
They just flatten it out, so it's not worth
yeah,
for both of you to
probably.
play it. That's
Yeah, but it's just a fun
so they
mode,
just
right? So we
force you
just play together.
yeah, they just force you to smurf basically.
Yeah. They do, yeah, they do. But I don't really care. It's just a fun mode.
Yeah, of
So
course, it's really fun.
just
What
playing
was
with the
the combo
friends, it's
you
very
enjoyed the
cool.
most?
I played Wukong most of the times. And he
Nasty.
played Corgi. It was nice.
Okay.
He
Okay.
dealt a lot of damage. So and with Luki we played Ramos and Wukong, and that's just so fucking annoying because they can't do shit. They're constantly taunted and airborne, so you just kill everyone. It's pretty fun. I really like it. There's scuffed combos in this for sure.
You know what you need to play? Like Martin and me, we play like
You wanna
basically
play
everything.
Targi.
Huh? No.
Targi is the most brain dead combo ever.
We played
Have you played that?
We played Timo Heimer. That is really fucked up.
Yeah,
Because
they're usually banned, so I can't.
yeah,
I
if
play
they're
Timo
not
if it's open. Yeah.
Timo Heimer,
Mhm.
Syra Heimer, Yorick Heimer, Yorick
Yeah.
Zyra, like everything that can spawn extra
Yeah.
shit is like
Yeah,
so fucking broken.
Yeah, but Heimer is banned every single time I play. Like every single time I'm in queue, Heimer is banned for sure. Timo is sometimes open.
Yeah,
Heimer is never open.
True.
They just ban it all the way.
Mm.
Yeah, and beside that, I worked on Etsy stuff, put on some more blueprints. I created new content for social media and for the spicy pages, which is nice. I still have to edit a few pictures. But the outcome is very nice. I'm very happy with them. Ben took the pictures in the forest, and my cousin was there as well. So we were all three in the forest. And whenever someone's coming by, Nico just screamed "alarm, alarm!" and I put on my rope again because people were just looking. It was very funny. So yeah, I'm super excited for tomorrow. By the time you hear this, it has been already, or it has happened already. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go see Vadruna with my dad, my cousin, and Max.
Oh, that's the
I'm
music. Okay, yeah.
super fucking excited. Yeah, that's the concert of the Vikings, the Norwegian band. Very nice. I'm
It's
super,
in
super,
Graz,
super
right?
excited for that. It's in the Casematten, which is an old or was an old castle, and it's basically ruins. And the sound in there is just insane. So I'm super freaking excited for that. I also tried to understand Reddit. I've been wanting to do this for I don't know 2
Can you?
years now.
Sorry, Steffi. Please stop hitting your table
Oh,
because
sorry.
it makes like a very annoying sound.
So
I'm so sorry.
I'm
You just
very
like
articulate today.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. It's like it sounds
Um,
like there's like a big like giant stepping behind you, like doom, doom,
it's
doom.
Max.
Sorry,
Sorry.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, Reddit. I'm trying to understand Reddit. I'm trying to use it for my business. Finally,
Mm-hmm.
finally finished The Boys season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy that I did that.
So good.
Did you see the trailer of Gen V,
Yes.
which is coming out in September, end of September, with Ambrose? I'm super fucking excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My
Same,
boy is
same.
my boy. So it's Chance. I think his name, the actor, is Chance. I just keep calling him Ambrose because that's his name in Sabrina, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. In case you didn't know, guys. And then I'm kind of addicted to Too Hot to Handle. I don't
Where's
want to
that?
admit. Oh my god, it's a reality TV show where
Oh.
people come together, think they have a whole summer of sex and orgies, and then it gets revealed that they're on Too Hot to Handle and they're in the retreat. They are not allowed to have sex, no self gratification, no kissing, and only if they grow as a couple emotionally, not only physically, they are allowed, for example, to kiss and stuff, which is very interesting because a lot of people like learn about themselves, like more about themselves, and you see like how
Wait, what do you
where
mean?
they're
They want to they plan to go on an island to have
the
orgies.
thing is, the applications are like this. You like, for example, you can apply for the show. The show is called Love Island. You have a summer full of like single people. You can do the fuck you want, and you have a great time for a month.
Hmm?
That's how they lure you in. Like they bait you in with this, and then they reveal that it's too hot to handle, where you are not allowed to do any of these things because you need to learn to grow on an emotional level rather than on a physical level.
But
That's
how
what it
can
is
they
about.
be in the show if they don't agree with the terms?
They do. Just watch it. Watch it. It's
Okay.
America, right? So, and there's a lot of British people as well because Americans love British people, so they're creaming over those all the time.
So
Yeah,
all those sexy sex addicts need to learn how to love people on an emotional level.
exactly. Basically, yeah. It's very like
Did-
it's amusing and it's entertaining. And in the beginning, I don't really like shows like this, right? I don't watch a lot of reality TV shows. The only thing I watch with you is what's it called?
Love is Blind. What's
Yeah,
with
that's
your
the only
Korean
thing.
shows?
The Korean stuff is different.
That's different.
There's more.
They're
It is.
Korean.
No. The level of connecting is so different. It's not only about the physical with them. That's why I watch that. But with all the European stuff and the American stuff, it's so different. Like, yeah, it's just about sex. So, yeah, I'm kind of stuck with it now, and it's
Invested.
very entertaining, I gotta say. And we started to watch, like Alex, M, and I started to watch another season yesterday, and it's super fun to watch together.
Oh my god. I
So,
can
yeah.
imagine watching that with Alex must be so funny. Fucking
It's so like
Alex
the season we
commentary.
started, yeah, it's so cringe. And I have to say there's one guy, he's British, and that would exactly be a friend of mine. Like the way he's talking, like he's trying to flirt, but it's so like it's a bit funny and also cringy because he tries. And like it's so funny. I know a friend and I need to send him
Sure.
this guy because it's exactly him. I have to laugh so hard whenever I see this guy. It's so amusing. So yeah, very funny. And the last thing I have to say, Nita Sasso, your wedding pics are just
Oh yes.
so incredibly stunning. Oh my freaking gosh.
Listen,
every
I
single
wrote
picture is
the
so
photographer. I
beautiful.
wrote her already. I was like,
Yeah.
listen, in case I ever get married, I will not be able to get photographed by anybody else but you.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I printed some of the pictures and put it like
Mhm.
in this heart thing. By the
Mhm.
way, life hack for everybody that searches like cute little picture frame or like those wooden hearts with like a net where you can clip on pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Those are usually really expensive. They cost like, I don't know, 20-30 bucks or something if you buy those.
Mm-hmm.
Me, the boomer, I went to fucking, what was it, Kick or something like that?
Yeah, Teddy.
Teddy or Kick, I don't know which one it was. I think it was a Kick. I went in and they had those things there for $5. And it
Okay,
looked the
nice.
exact same like the ones you get for like 30 or 40. So like I bought like the cutest like picture frames and stuff for like $5. Was a
Nice.
fucking steal.
Oh my god,
Oh my
guys,
God,
the deal.
Yeah, but they're really cute. So I already printed some of the wedding pictures. Like I feel like
Looks so cool.
every picture, like obviously, like we talked about it with Stefie, like Nita literally has been the most beautiful bride ever. Sazu, the cutest husbando ever. They're so cute together,
I was
man.
I was texting Nita, like, Nita, oh my god, I'm crying. You are the most beautiful bride I've ever seen. And then when you sent me the link, right? And she was like, did Sasu send out the link already? And I was like, no, Sasu sent it to Julia. Julia sent it to me because I asked her. I hope that's okay.
Oh, I just
because it was right. Yeah, no, all good. She said now she wanted to send it out the other day anyway.
Pictures are so cute. Really, really beautiful. So, my part?
What about you, Julia?
Okay, I didn't watch Oppenheimer yet, but I watched Barbie. Did you watch Barbie yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, so you know what we need to do? I need to watch Oppenheimer, you need to watch Barbie, and then we need to talk about, like, we can make an Oppen Barbie episode, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I watched Barbie. I was super surprised by the movie. Again, Steffi and me talked about it on stream. We hope we didn't talk about it on podcast yet. If so, you're just gonna hear it a second time. I talked about it on stream. I watched Barbie and I didn't do my research. I was just like, oh yeah, my friends want to go to the Barbie movie. So I'm just gonna join them, whatever. I had zero expectations, and then I sat in there and I cried 3 times during the movie.
Oh, okay.
I only realized after who the producer is, not the director is, and so like all there's so much fucking bullshit going on from like a lot of people being pissed about that it's not like a cutesy Barbie kids movie, but it has like a deeper message with it, right? So a lot of people are fucking pissed off at that, and it's really tailored towards women, I would say. So yeah, I personally, because I didn't expect anything, I really enjoyed the movie because it was so different than what I expected. Obviously all the visuals were super cute and funny. I loved everything about it. Compared to other movies, is it the best movie in the world ever created? No, it's not. But if you go in there without having any expectations, I think you will like it. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was great to watch. Oppenheimer I haven't watched yet. Then I started this weekend to play a new game. I was talking to Martin, right? He is one of my best friends that I'm playing with video games for over 10 years now. And we have not really played actively for a long time. We started playing like 2-3 weeks ago again because he has a little bit of more time. And we are having the best time. It's like kind of like you and Ben, just vibing while playing co-op games together. And after we did the whole 2-on-2 league mode the week before, I was like to Martin, I was like, I don't want to play anything competitive. I just want to play like a co-op game, something with like a nice world where you can walk through, do your quests or whatever it is. And so Martin sent me like a link to a trailer to a game called Remnant 2. And I was straight when I saw a trailer. I was like, "Oh shit, that looks really, really fucking cool." I was first a little bit weirded out and afraid because it's like, so it's basically a Souls-like game. So like Elden Ring or something like that. But imagine it with guns. So it's a third person shooter. Third person shooter. But Souls-like, and basically you're traveling to a lot of different realms. So like I think I don't know how many there are gonna be, like 6 or 8 different worlds, and all of them have like a different vibe to it. So there's like a Last of Us vibe. There's one that is like a stone labyrinth with like golems and stuff. Then the next one that I'm in right now is like an elven castle that is separated in two halves, like a light and a
Mm-hmm.
dark part. So it has like really cool lore in there, and it looks so good, especially like this elven part, with the face and stuff. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. And I think Steffi, you watched yesterday
I
the
saw
part,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so in love with this game. And it's actually, for me, for somebody that usually hates Souls games, I really enjoyed it because I'm so much more comfortable playing with guns, right? Like I can aim with my mouse,
Yeah.
right? So it is way easier for me, and I usually always quit the soul game after an hour. But I think I'm already like almost 10 hours into this game or more, and I can't wait to play it next weekend again. Martin can sadly only
Nice.
play on the weekend, so we always have to wait for him. But it's also
Yeah.
cool because it's the first time in a long time that I look forward to play a game again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, beside of Palia, I applied to Palia so often to be able to play in a beta, be one of the content creators, but sadly they did not did
No.
not reply to me. They don't want me to have, they don't want me in their beta, I think, sadly. I don't know why. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
fit the cozy vibe or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
I still hope that maybe, because I think if you listened to this last week, the Palia beta went live, the closed one. So I'm really hoping to get into that. But those are the two games I'm really like, oh yeah, that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then last week I got my back tattooed, which was a really
Mm-hmm.
huge area. I got like almost like the whole V part. So like I got the outlines, the two side parts of my back, and the bottom. So a lot of background done. I only sat for 3.5 hours again, but it's just so painful. But we got a huge area
Can
done,
imagine.
and it's so itchy. I want to just scratch my back the whole time. If you see me like scratch my
Mm.
back at the back of my chair, I'm sorry, but it's so fucking itchy right now. Um, then I did some cat sitting last week. The
Mm-hmm.
cat parents are coming back today. Verena got her new flat, so I went there with her. We organized everything. She got her keys. We did the electricity. We did the internet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Nathan is gone right now for boot camp. He's coming back this week, Thursday. So I have almost the whole week still being alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I started playing TFT again.
I
So, yeah.
saw.
But I don't really have a comp yet that really works for me. So maybe you can tell me which comp you're spamming.
The
I'm
thing with
trying.
TFT
Yeah.
this season is, as much as I hate it, I like it because there's no comp that is insanely OP. You can play almost everything.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
What are you
So
playing right
there
now?
there is obviously a few comps that are better or stronger. What was very annoying was Freljord Akshan
Mm-hmm.
with freezing, because they're freezing, right? And Akshan
Okay.
was such a fucking hyper carry. They nerfed him a little bit. I'm playing right now Shadow Isle Challenger or Ionia Challenger.
Can you link me the two that you're building usually?
I'm not
Because
yeah, I'm not sure there's a link for Shadow Isle, but I can send you my
yeah,
history.
that would be
Hmm.
cool. Because I'm trying right now. It's like what's it, like Challenger Son. I don't know. It's like you have
Gunner
Warwick and
probably.
Set, Warwick, Set, Nasus, Aatrox,
Juggernaut.
Irelia. Yeah, Juggernaut. Yeah, exactly. Juggernaut
Hmm.
Challenger kind of thing. But it's kind of hard. Like it's always like hit or miss. Like it's
Yeah.
either you get first or you get last. Like it's depending if you get
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
characters in time. So it's like
And with the augments, right? Like with the
exactly
legends, you choose outside now, which is a thing that I like they implemented, because you can like
adjust your
fit it
playstyle.
or tailor it more to your playstyle
Mm-hmm.
now. And you can force some things because you know you will get the augments.
Which
You
legend
need
do you take?
I play
Caitlyn?
Aurelion Soul at the moment.
Which one
Nah,
is that?
Aurelion Soul. With the XP, you gain more XP
More
and
experience.
gold. And before that, what was super freaking OP was Ezreal, because he gave
Okay.
you gold and item components, but they nerfed that.
Okay.
Um, so yeah,
I
I
tried
really like the
I
season,
tried
but I'm
two
also
different
hating it.
ones. I tried Lee Sin. It's kind of fun,
Hmm.
like all the money and stuff. And then I tried Caitlyn with like all the
Hmm.
roles you have and like the 2-star, 3 stars that you get.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty fun. I just really need to get into it. Just didn't find a comp to spam yet. But yeah, I'm really excited to play TFT again. And another thing that I did last week, As most of you know, or maybe not, the last 10 years of me creating content, I did everything by myself. Like I never had any like agency or management. I mean, I had an agent once for like, I don't know, 5 months or something in 2014 or something, or 2015. But besides that, I did everything myself. And I'm kind of at the point where I just don't want to invest so much time outside of the content creation to approach brands or make new deals or have cool
Yeah.
cooperations, like just sell myself, because it often happens, at least I can only talk for myself, that you start talking to a new brand or like for a corporation or something, you invest into calls and meetings and whatever, you meet over and over again to just in the end nothing coming out of it, or
Mm.
you invest 2 weeks and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you get 250 euros for the corporation, and you're like, well, that's already what I already did is already more worth more than what I
Yeah.
get out of it. So I just don't want to waste my money anymore, and I want to just focus on the content I create because I know I'm good with that. I'm also good with making contracts and stuff, but I just know if there's people that do that full time, it will benefit me as well.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I just want to give it a chance and see. And so basically, I got the chance to talk with a very, very good artist management from Germany. The thing is, it is the same topic again, which we already had. It's like when you're a creator from the DACH region, so Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and you create your content in English, you're in a weird situation where you're, in German we say, du bist nichts halbes, nichts ganzes. So you're like,
Yeah.
you don't fit in anywhere because you don't belong to the German speaking creators, and you don't belong to like English speaking creators because you don't belong to the UK region, you don't belong to the American region. So it's like this weird space where you are. And I don't want to say the name because I don't know if they want to be affiliated, and because it's nothing like 100% yet. But I talked with one of the best ones from Germany, and they only have German speaking creators right now. And they actually sat down, had a meeting with me last week, and we're going to have a second meeting this week as well to see a little bit, because she said she would be interested in she would just start tossing my name into like conversations with brands and just see and bounce off ideas and see how those brands react, if they in generally are interested in working with somebody like me or not at all, because it would be also a next step for her, to not only having German speaking talents but
Speaking
also
creators,
English
yeah.
ones. Exactly. So it could be like a cool thing for the both of us, and I feel like we connected really well, and so I'm excited to have another talk with
Nice.
her this week. So yeah, maybe we can even get some benefits out of it for our podcast in the future, which would be really nice. Benefits in the sense of getting some help on how we can even improve our podcast more, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that is everything
Nice.
that's new from my side. So Steffi, let's talk about the derp of the week. Who is it?
Derp of the week this week is L Cornflake under episode 79, Two Girls, One Weep, featuring L Cornflake. And L says, thanks for having me. It was so fun talking about the past. And sorry for my potato English. I was kind of nervous. Love you guys.
Aww.
Love you too, Al. Don't worry
Love
about
you
it.
too. The English was perfect. Don't worry about it. Like it. First of all, it gives it more character, and second of all, your English is very good with and understand everything that you were saying, and that is all that matters. It makes you really, really like. I feel like it gives it more character and makes it even cuter to listen to you. And I didn't see a single complaint of anybody being like, "Oh my god, no one is hearing English." So
yeah, exactly.
I'm happy about it. So let's talk about should we go straight into aliens and like skip the other two things? I guess so, right? Because we wrote down a little bit of other things that is new. So we wrote down, for example, that Twitter became X, right? We which we still don't really know what's gonna happen with Twitter, right? Or Steffi, do you have any more insights in that?
Not
Just
really.
Elon
The
being
only
crazy
thing
again?
I saw, it's just give a kid a lot of money, right? That's basically it. But what I saw, because I was updating my social media stuff, right, with the Linktree and everything, what sites do right now, and what Linktree at least does right now, is they implement both social media icons off the page. You
Mm-hmm.
can choose between Twitter, uh, bird version, Twitter Elon version. I don't know the founder of the bird. I'm sorry. Is it
Mm.
Jackson's? I thought it's I believe or think it said Jackson's version, Elon's version. I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure who
Yeah,
the
it's
creator
fine.
of Twitter is, but it's their name. So you can choose between those two icons. And what I've seen, like a lot of people just complain about it. People complain in general when things change, right? That it's always been like that. Just remember the smallest things on Facebook, everyone was going crazy and just complaining about, oh my god, the status bar is somewhere else now.
Hmm.
So we need to get used to things. But what I think this is about is like, it's just he's really testing his limits with everything. And that's what's annoying me, you know? It's not the fact that you change a logo, but you change such a significant thing. Everyone knows, the whole world knows. Like, why would you do that? But yeah, we can talk about that in another
Another
episode.
episode, exactly. Let's go straight into the alien stuff. So aliens, they're fucking real, right? So if you're not living under a rock, and if you've been on the internet or even read the classic news, you probably saw the whole U.S. Congress thing where David Grush or
Mhm.
Grush,
Grush, yeah.
the guy from the Pentagon started talking about aliens, and they had this whole thingy going on where he was like answering questions about what the US know about the alien sightings and UFO what is it called, crash sites and that kind of stuff, and he sometimes refused to answer questions and stuff. So that was all over the news. So Steffi and me thought that we could make a little episode about aliens and what's going on. So before we're gonna talk about the whole, do we believe in aliens? Did we make contact? Did we ever see anything where we're like, oh my god, that must have been a UFO? How do we imagine them, maybe? And if we had any extraterrestrial experiences or something in the past before, those are gonna be the things that we talk about. Also the whole theories that are behind that. But yeah, before that, two quick facts about aliens. The first one is did you know that the first or the earliest recorded UFO sighting apparently was in 1440 BC? That's actually fucking crazy. And the second fact that we found for you as well is that 65% of Americans believe that aliens are real. But that was before the whole Congress thing. So I'm gonna imagine that the numbers are gonna go up. Sadly, we didn't find any numbers of Europeans or other regions, but yeah, you know, the Americans. So over half of America thinks that aliens are real, and by now probably even more. So let's go and get into it. Steffi, do you believe aliens are real?
First of all, yes, let me add something to the 1440 BBC because that was Egyptian time as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, with the whole conspiracy theories, I know a lot of them. I don't say I believe in them or I am convinced that they're real, but I really enjoy hearing them
Mm-hmm.
and seeing what people's theories are about the world in general or whatever it is. So with the pyramids and everything, very interesting. Don't want to go too deep into that because it's a very like periods have a very spiritual meaning as well, with a lot of other things that go together with that. So it's very interesting that that was the first UFO sighting kind of documented in that time back then. I'm also current, or I watched an Egyptian documentary about a lost pyramid they've been searching for quite a while. So I'm very like I'm super interested in all the Egyptian stuff, which is just wanted to throw that in
So
on the side.
that's
But
like around
yes,
the same time as the whole pyramids have been built, or what?
no, it's just Egyptian time.
Okay, okay.
1440 BBC is when Egyptians
BBC, yeah,
lived as well.
BBC,
So what?
BC, not BBC, BBC,
BC,
something.
BC, yeah, sorry, BBC,
BBC, something
BC.
different.
So yeah, I do
Oh.
believe in this. I also believe in ghosts and stuff like this, and I believe we are not the highest life form and like most intelligent life form out here. So, and there's a lot of universes, right? Or a lot of um solar systems. So we're not the only ones. That's what I believe.
Hmm.
What about you?
Um, I do believe in aliens for sure.
Mhm.
One way or another. I think one episode that's really interesting was it Black Mirror or was it Love, Death and Robots? I think it was Black Mirror. I'm not sure.
Love, Death, Robots is about. Yeah, I think they have one as well.
I'm not sure, but you know that episode where like in the freezer there's like a whole like world growing. Did you know that one?
No,
Fuck,
I
I don't remember which show it was.
I stopped watching Black Mirror because it gives me depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. So I just stopped watching it. I can't. I
went
can't.
fucking dark real quick.
I
Okay.
just.
So
just
anyway,
can't.
I forgot which show it was, but there was
Mhm.
basically a theory where they there was like a couple that moved in and they had like an old
Mhm.
fridge, and basically in their fridge there was like a compartment, and out of like a small, I don't know, it was like on ice or something like that. There
Mhm.
was like a whole civilization growing, but super fast, like within a day. So like thousands of
Okay.
years in that little ice thingy passed while it was only like one day in real life. So it was
Okay.
like they opened it and there was like the ice age, or like there was the dinosaurs, then was the ice age, then there were like, I don't know, in like the stone age, and then they opened it again, and then there were in
Mhm.
our time they opened it again, and then it was like super futuristic and like planes flying around and that kind of stuff. So for me, or there's also an episode of The Simpsons. Do you know the Simpsons episode where Lisa has like a project where she has like a tooth and she grows like a own organism on the tooth next to her bed,
I
and then
think I do
the
remember
people in the
that.
tooth think that
Yes.
she's like a god or something like
Mhm.
that. Their god.
Mhm.
So I could imagine that our planet and our solar system, you know, is just something super, super small and something
Yeah.
even bigger without us even knowing. So I personally really like those kind of theories where there's like very small organisms or universes within something way, way bigger. Um, that is what I think could be the case. But if we talk about the the principle or like the beliefs that we have in the norm, you know, with like the solar system and everything, I do believe that on other planets there is life. I do believe that we definitely have made contact. I believe that people have, or that aliens have landed on our planet, that they are maybe even living among us. If it is like Steffi said, lizard people, or maybe we said we're going to talk about it as well, the way, for example, American Horror Story portrays it in their whole season
Mhm.
about aliens, which we can go into as well if you would like to. I think in one shape or form, it is definitely the case. Like the way I'm thinking about it, let's say there's like a comet or an asteroid or something. I always forget the difference. Like one of them bursts in the atmosphere and one of them makes it actually down on Earth, right?
Asteroid is the one that burns, I think.
Exactly. So anyway, the one that lands here, if you think about, there's just like some kind of organism, or even if it's just something like a bacteria or something that survives, that lands here and then grows into something new that
Yeah.
is already not from this planet. So yes, I do believe in something like this.
Also,
For sure.
can I throw something in?
Of
I'm a
course.
big Star Wars fan, so I want this theory to be true, right?
Okay.
Like, it must be. Like, it must be. I want lightsabers and stuff, so it must be real. That's what I believe in. That's my religion. So yeah.
Okay. I see.
That's what I wanted
So
to throw in.
did you have any extraterrestrial experiences, Steffi? Do you have like anything
Every
where
day.
you really?
That- spacing out every day, guys. No, not that I can like consciously know of or think of. I have seen. I don't know if I ever mentioned that on the podcast, but on stream, you remember when I saw that big fat turquoise asteroid just burning into our atmosphere, and I've seen like recently there have been a few of these sightings, like just crash like parts of asteroids like coming into our atmosphere and then burning, and they look the same as what I saw
Mm-hmm.
half a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just So it's nothing like with nothing to do with aliens, right? Just universal stuff. But it was very nice to see because I was literally lying in bed, looking outside of the window at 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden the whole sky turned turquoise, and I saw this thing just like burning. And I was like, okay, what the fuck did I just see? That was such a crazy like experience
Hmm.
because you're not used to these things. You're used to like shooting stars that are far away and everything, and it looks beautiful. But you're not used to these things. Every now and then you can't tell if you see like things moving on the sky. You can't tell if it's a plane because it's too far away and you don't see the signal, or if it's a satellite because you see those as well, right? Or if it's a UFO. So I can't really tell you if s- I've had one for sure, but I think there was a one at least where I thought of, oh, that's a cool, like that's a plane and it was a UFO. You know what I mean? Just
Hmm.
like
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
funny
yeah.
thought, it's like it wasn't people, it was aliens that were just passing through Earth. So, what about you? Do you know of
Um,
any?
I don't really think so. So the thing is, like, I live near an airport, so I see things in the
True.
sky all the time.
True. Yeah.
Um, I also love looking into the night sky, and we often have such clear night skies here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm never sure what I actually see, right? So and
Mhm.
I'm also like not as educated enough as you said already, like is it a shooting star? Is it an asteroid? Is it a satellite? There's so many things up in the sky already that you don't really know. I never though had like a very crazy moment where it was like, oh yeah, that must have been a UFO. The only
Mhm.
thing that I had once that was kind of crazy was I remember when I was a kid, we were actually staying in our cabin on the mountains, like in Bad
Mhm.
Kirchheim, right?
Mhm.
And I remember I was like sleeping with like the blinds open and stuff, like I always liked that. And I
Mhm.
remember it was full moon, so it was like pretty light outside. But there was like, and we're in the middle of a mountain, right? So there's like
Mhm.
no street lights or something that like a car can like shine in like this.
Yeah.
But I
No light
remember
pollution.
exactly like there's
Mhm.
nothing like this. But I just remember that I woke up in the middle of the night because there was like a full on like it was like a spotlight shining in through the windows for like I don't know 10 seconds, and then it went off and it was gone. So obviously it was
Okay.
a kid, I was young, it's like a memory from like a very long time ago. um but I don't know what that was. Right? It could have been
Mhm.
like the angle of the moon. It could have been like intruder with a fucking flashlight lighting into my room. Like it could have been
The
aliens
burglar.
that fucking scanned my brains or something like that. Uh, I have absolutely no idea. Maybe I've been probed. Who knows? I
Yeah.
don't know. That's like the only thing in that direction where I was like, okay, yeah, I was thinking about that when I was younger. Like, especially
Mhm.
when you're younger, you know, you like watch all those movies. You're watching ET or IT ET. How do you say it in
ET.
English? ET.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um. So I don't know. That was like the only thing that comes to mind. But for me, uh, and maybe similar to you, you know, like I believe in a lot of like spiritual things and a lot of like Greek mythology and goddesses and like I don't know, werewolves or all of those mystical creatures, right? So for me the thing is like I don't know where all of those stories and creatures and everything like come from. So who knows, maybe those gods that we have been praying towards, like for example the Egyptians and stuff like that. Who knows where that comes from? Maybe they were all fucking hallucinating on some kind of fucking drugs, so they made them up. Maybe there was people, you know, there's so many different things that could have happened. But for me, kind of this whole spiritual creature goddess thingies, like it doesn't have to be from this planet, right? And I believe in those kind of
Mhm.
things. I don't want to judge or like say like, oh yeah, it needs to be something earthy or something like from this planet. Um, so for me, everything spiritual maybe might also come from like somewhere else. That's the way I see it. So kind of.
Yep. It's
And
very
yeah.
interesting. because I'm currently watching another documentation about lost civilizations and how
Mhm.
people portrayed um, uh, whether if it was gods or just people they couldn't explain themselves, like where they belonged to, and in combination with that, like how people portrayed in history, um, for example, giants could
Mhm.
have been just big people, like bigger people, like Norn or Vikings, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
were smaller, or actually giants, like what I'm reading right now is a book about runes and Yggdrasil and the nine worlds and where everyone lives, like the elves, the giants, and all these like um mythical things combined with how people portrayed other encounters with civilizations or other people. It's just so interesting to see, like, all combined together right now with what I'm watching from all the history stuff, civilizations evolving, even though they didn't know each other, things like that, with runes, Yggdrasil, Norn stuff, Viking stuff, and then that is just, it's so cool to to read about it and just make your own opinion about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
And as we
and
already said,
I mean,
yeah, sorry.
most
Go
of
ahead.
the people know us. We're just spiritual anyway, so
Exactly.
I for me there's neither nor. Like, I believe in everything but nothing. That's basically what I do, and that's very hard, can be very hard sometimes as well, because at the end of the day, what I realized, or what I need to do is, it depends on what you believe in at the end of the day, and that you believe, like, you know what I mean? In which sense, like, some
Like
people
you
believe in religion, some people
Oh
believe
yeah, you
in
can choose what you believe in, is what you mean, right? Like
exactly, exactly.
you
And
can.
with me being believing everything but nothing, at some point or in some scenarios, I have to choose something for myself.
Mhm.
Um,
But why?
and same with,
You can like
I
switch
don't know.
between it,
It's,
you know? Like you
I
can.
can. It's not that. It's not
Mm,
about the switching. It's about the um have faith in something, or even if you just believe in yourself, or how to say, it's very hard for me to explain it, but it's like a motivational thing, right, for you as well. If you
mm,
believe in whatever it is, if you believe in God or whatever the fuck it is, it's a motivational part as well, and a motivational reason for you to keep going with, or start going with something, whatever it is. So I really need that at some point. um and yeah, it's just cool to see that things like that have been conspiracy theories for decades, and now it's just like, oh yeah, by the way,
it's real, by the way.
can
We've
confirm.
known for like, I don't know, since the 70s or something, but we could never
Yeah,
tell you
but
guys.
see, yeah, that's the thing. Like, imagine telling the population that these things, they would go crazy. You see what happened with Corona and everything. People just go crazy. Imagine like bigger things, like things like that outside of our planet happening. It's like they would go fucking nuts. So I
Yeah, but
understand
don't
it.
you think it's fucked up to keep that all like locked away? Like maybe it's like an American Horror Story, you know, where they're like they
Mm,
make the deal. Like I don't know if we should
yeah,
spoil the. Yeah, I
it's
mean
been
it's an
out for a
old. Yeah,
while.
it's
You,
been so long.
yeah,
If
we
you haven't
talk
watched
about
it,
that. We
yeah,
talk about that.
yeah. So basically, if you haven't seen an American Horror Story, they made a whole season about aliens, right? And basically, the storyline from them was that aliens came to Earth and they make a pact with the Americans that every 10 years or something,
I don't know
or every few
the
years,
span.
yeah, well, every few years they would come to Earth. They would collect like a certain number of humans for doing their research on, like I don't know, 3,000 or whatever, and in return the humans would get a new piece of technology. So that's the way they explained that. Starting when Area 51 was made,
Yeah,
that was the project, and then every few years they would get, for example, the mobile phone, they would get the TV, you know, those kind of things, that those
yeah.
huge evolutional jumps could have not been created by humans alone but had help from the aliens. So who knows, maybe something like that. I think it's a cool theory as well, right? Like we the two of us were talking about it earlier.
I'm convinced it's like that. It's like, if somebody would do it,
It
probably
would be the
everyone
Americans,
would, but Americans would for sure, because
the
they're greedy
Americans, the
and
Russians.
yeah. like all of
To be
them.
honest, the
I mean,
Germans would
the
probably get
Russians
a,
would have
the
Russians
Germans
would
would get a better deals.
maybe, and Russians would have probably killed the aliens, yoinked the UFO, and flown there. So I think like there would have been ways for either of them, like all of
Mm,
us. But like how it is in AHS with everything, it's a very like it's a theory I can live with. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Where it sounds logic to me if
That
you
makes
want to say
sense.
it like
That would
that
make
way. Yeah,
sense.
it makes
Of
sense.
course, the fucking Americans again.
It makes sense. It just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
So
But yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna see with the next few months or years if they're gonna tell us a little bit more about what they know. Probably not. Probably they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, by the way, they're out there, but we're not gonna tell you more about it, right? So maybe they were just like, you know what, the rumors about aliens are slowing down. Maybe there's something else coming up. Let's just throw in like that aliens are out there to distract them from some other topics like the inflation or something like that that's happening right now, right?
Yeah. That's how it works.
That's basically how it works. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. I hope you liked our experiences and the opinions on what's out there, right?
Next episode, flat earthers talk about flat earth.
Oh my god. Steph is a flat earther by
Do
the way,
you
in case you didn't
remember?
know.
I never told you, right? In Critical Role,
Mm-hmm.
there was a role play in one scene where I don't know his name anymore. Sorry, but doesn't matter. He was in character talking about the Earth being flat, and then the flat earthers actually reaching out
Oh
to
yeah,
him
yeah, you told me
because they
then.
saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so hilarious! Love it.
Yeah, so
Love
next episode we're gonna talk about why Steffi believes that the earth is flat, guys.
Exactly, and why I
Um,
see every single thing on a clear day.
Exactly. You just need the right clear day, okay?
Exactly.
Hasn't happened yet, but it will at one point. So guys, thank you so much for listening and maybe also watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow our channels. We're still trying to reach our 1,000 subscribers on YouTube because you fucks still haven't clicked it. So do that, please, if you haven't yet. We love and appreciate you, and we see you again next week on Monday. Bye!
Peace.